Second, you said is there a second? Okay, it's been a motion and second. We put the budget on the table, since April. That's when everybody came to the town hall meeting and everybody was into one another. And the board of trustees chose not to basically vote for a budget. So your township is running without an actual budget. They had plenty of time to actually go over a budget, present a budget, and make sure that we had something to look at, whether it's something they want to take out, amend, adjust, fix, and they have not done so. So we put this on here, and they still don't have an idea of what they want to do or what they would like to change as it relates to a budget. So that is the reason for it being on here, because our job is to make sure we have an actual budget, which has never, ever not happened here at Thornton Township. Every single year, they have passed the budget since Frank Zuccarelli have been here, and since I've been here, we have had an actual budget. So right now, we're operating without the budget. So I'm asking the board of trustees to not kick the can down the road any longer, and to make sure that you actually do your job and actually produce a budget for the township so we can move forward with our day-to-day operation. So that is my ask. I've been asking that since April of this year, and it is now August, and we're going into September. So that's my message. All right, caller up.
If I may, unfortunately, there's a lot of things going on here that haven't happened before. And that's kind of to the heart of why we're passing.
All right, just to start, we're at Thornton Township tonight. I wasn't going to live stream this, but I'm like, hey, they're doing a meeting at Thornton Township. Let's do it. So don't forget, Tiffany Hinyard is the mayor of Dalton, and she's the Thornton Township supervisor. So they're having their meeting, but they have to pass the budget because it's budget time. So things are about to get hot. They haven't even started public comments. So I know I usually let people know ahead of time that I'm doing this, but tonight it's kind of like, what the hell? Let's see what's happening. So here we go. Tiffany Hinyard and the Thornton Township Board. Doesn't look good. So let me play this. Oh yeah, and shout out to this guy who's live streaming it, because I want to make sure I give credit to the people who are out there doing the work. Let me minimize this so I can show you the channel. This channel, Reality Check TV Chicago. Shout out to Reality Check TV Chicago, who's in the room live streaming it. Here we go.
As Trustee Carlisle said, we're going to put some finishing touches on our budget that we're going to propose. Takes a little time. Unfortunately, this budget's a little bloated, so we're trying to get our cuts to where they need to be. We feel they need to be. So that would be coming.
Choose compassion. Thank you.
Word.
All right, trustee, as I stated, you have ample time to actually come up with actual budget. Grandstand for the people. When you guys go, you're not doing your job. You have time to actually cut stuff, change stuff, end stuff, and actually give them a budget to look at and review, so that now we will all get to discuss what you would like to change if you feel something is bloated, but you never gave an opinion of anything being wrong or if you want to adjust. So all this grandstanding, I'm just sick of it. I just want them to actually produce something and actually put it before us so we can actually talk as a board and amend as a board. But just saying things just because we had advertised still changed since April is not cool. So you guys have your wish as it relates to tabling it. When are you going to produce this again? Because tabling to when? We started kicking the can down the road. When are we going to discuss this? What's the date? Y'all tabling it to when? How y'all don't know when y'all on the table? While we at a meeting, we still don't know nothing. What do we got, guys? What do we have? What day do y'all want to table this agenda to, with this budget? What's the date? We're not gonna do that. We did that since April. You haven't gave us anything, so what's the date?
So just so everybody understand, they're trying to pass a budget.
Okay, guys, we just told y'all gotta keep it down while we handle the business really quick. Do y'all have a date of when y'all wanna bring this back up? Trustee Jerry Jones, do you have a date of when you wanna talk about the budget? So nobody got no date, but everybody just tabling stuff. So how do we handle business if we just keep tabling things with no business in the near future? Board, no date.
Maggie. Yes.
And it said that we have to go through this and not have an actual budget. So that means that's how y'all run y'all house. But we don't run our house that way. You gotta have a budget in place to know what you're going to spend, how you're going to spend, and right now, we're just out here.
Shout out to Maggie. Yeah, it's super hot in Texas. I'm sweating it out right now. So
All right, call the roll. Trustee Gonzalez? Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Jones? Trustee Gray Everett? Did she say anything?
Supervisor Henry.
Definitely not.
Motion passed to table item A and B.
Next on the agenda is approval of bills. Is there a motion to approve the general fund?
I would like to make a motion to, I would like to make a motion
What?
to,
Hold on, what'd you say, trustee? So moved. All right, is there a second? I guess I'll second it. It's been motion and second to approve the general fund bills. Any discussion?
I would like to make an amendment.
All right,
That we pay the bills or moving the following, invoices. Call hub for $1,000, another call hub for $2,500.
now, for all you real ones out there who've been watching this with me every single time, you know what this is about. This is the same thing that happens in Dalton. If 10 yard throws a whole bunch of stuff on the bills, and they be like, yo, we're gonna stop this and take all this extra stuff that you're trying to throw in now. So that's what they're doing now at Thornton Township.
I think it's Quadient Finance for $1,237.80. Another Quadient Finance for $1,237.80. We have Big God, 4 separate times. The first one was $900, $1,425, $1,275, $2,550.
They do that on
3L Media for $125. 3L
just so everybody understands, they do the audio like that purposefully because Tiffany Hinyard don't want anybody to do this. So that's why the audio is bad. Only person that got a mic is she got a mic, as you can see. The golden mic, matter of fact.
Media for $600. DL Entertainment, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those for 5 of those for $1,200 and 1 for $1,000. Carlos Medina, 2 payments of $250, $1,350. Charles J. Williams for $1,200. Emmanuel Lanza for $3,000. Illinois Production for $1,900 and another Illinois Production for $850. Nation Builder for $1,966.30. Another Nation Builder for $1,966.30. We have Rockne Halal Nerd, 1 for $500 and 1 for $600. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 Sandy Shannon, 1 for $8,425. Another one for $8,425, one for $13,700, another one for $8,100. We have State Focus Media for $5,876.08.
Why she don't have a microphone?
And that is my motion. So
Yeah, but I was like, why don't she have a microphone? Oh
All right, is
yeah.
there a second? All right, then motion and second, any discussion? First, I would like to say, I just think you guys are wrong for not paying the staff. I think last board meeting, you guys said that you agreed to pay the staff. Jerry Jones motioned it, you guys agreed, so for you to take it out of the list again, how do we pay the staff? Because some of those invoices that you just called and named are actual employees here at Thornton Township.
Okay, I
So
have a question.
why are you not paying staff?
I have a question, so.
Just so everybody understands, she's doing this on purpose, so we can't hear. Let me see if shout out to Investigates. What's the name? Investigate and Advocate. Let me see if his audio is better. All right, so I'm gonna switch audio right now to investigate and advocate because his audio is better. So let me just switch this stream.
We did that since
Here we
April.
go. This
Yeah,
investigate and
they-
advocate. This guy, don't shout out to investigate and advocate because he always gets straight. He's the guy who got arrested that time. So I'm going to actually put his stream up, but I want to make sure I give whoever is in there. I want to make sure I give them credit for doing this because you know what I'm saying. This is not, you know, they go in there, they set up, and they do all this. So I want to make sure at least they get credit for doing what they do. So let me put his stream up because the audio is a lot better. Sorry about this. Make sure I put him up here on screen. All right, so let's investigate and advocate.
The one employee that we didn't take out, they, again, are an employee but also submitting contractor.
So for the record, you guys, come in and meet with.
Let me roll it
the
back
clerk
to where we're at.
And amend as.
I'm gonna roll it back to where we left off at. All right, this is her reading off the bills. Here it is. Okay, sorry about the mix-up, but this is better audio.
And how do we pay the staff? Some of those invoices that you just called and named are actual employees here at Thornton Township. So why are you not paying staff?
I have a question, so
So now they handing out other mics now. You see they got mics going on. People can hear. I don't know how she's not in cuffs yet.
we did send over a couple of email requests that we're still waiting for response for. So one of the questions I had is, so I know, there are some employees that are on payroll, but they're also submitted contractor invoices, and so I just wanted a little more clarity on that. What is the separation of the work? What are they producing? And so I think there are a lot of questions. I sent via email that I would need to see in order to be able to make an informed decision, but one of my, we didn't take the employees out, but the one employee that we didn't take out, they, again, are an employee, but also.
Yes.
So for the record, you guys, come in and meet with the clerk as related to invoices.
So just so everybody understands what's going on, they're saying that hey, you got employees of Thornton Township that seem to be, I don't want to make it double dipping. They're putting in money for independent contractors to get more money, but they're employees. So why are we paying them twice? And that's what she's asking.
So if you really had questions, that was your time to ask any questions and get your answers and your responses. As related to employees do work for our location, and you guys should pay them. If you don't understand something, it's what you call and you ask the question before we get here. Not us have to go back and forth saying why you didn't pay the staff, or if you didn't understand what it was they did before, prior to now, you should still make sure you always keep the employees because they done a job and they should get paid for the job they have completed. So my advice to everybody would be to put the employees back in there that actually work here and make sure that you pay them for the work they have done. I know the last board meeting, a lot of them had pleaded with the board and even got to the mic and said, hey guys, how am I gonna feed my family? I have kids. How am I going to take care of anybody? That's what they said to you guys, especially you, trustee Gonzalez, and you guys still voted no not to pay those individuals. So their invoice or what it
I did. I
is
loaded my
still
mic.
here on the list because you guys have not agreed to pay. So are you guys willing to add the staff in the payment?
I would like to make one more removal that takes $2,000. I did. I would like to include that one.
Again, that's another employee. So why are we not paying employees?
I was here at 2 p.m. yesterday, and there was nothing available to be seen.
Well, everything, I knew you would say that, everything was available because Jerry Jones came here right after you, so that's so funny. But you can say that for the record all you want. But he was here, people called you, if I'm not mistaken, the clerk even called you and said that everything's here. Okay, then say the full statement that everything was here at your discretion, everything that you asked for, and you had the opportunity to come and look, because they came. So why didn't you? So stop them, like, all they were saying. So if you really want the information, hold on, trustee, if you really wanted the information, you could make sure you did. Trustee, stop. And I'm responding to your statement. Your statement is false, trustee. Your statement is false. Trustee, again, if you wanted the information, you could have got the information when you came here. Yes, it was. So how did you get the information and you didn't get the information? It was available. It was available. All right, Colorado.
Yeah, she's in shambles.
Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Jones? Trustee Gray Everett?
The trustees don't have a mic, guys. The
This is a
trustees-
motion
Their
to
mics
amend,
don't work.
the previous
And
motion
the clerk.
to approve the budget with following bills that trustee Carlisle removed from the list. Supervisor Henry,
No.
motion passed.
All right, next, is there a motion to approve the general district fund? Is there a motion? Is there a second? Is there a motion, second, any discussion? Colorado.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Jones? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett?
This is pay for the general assistance fund. All right,
Trustee Henry?
yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next, is there a motion to pay the road and bridge fund? Is there a second?
They're paying bills
Motion
now.
second, any discussion? Colorado.
Trustee Carlisle?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Jones? Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, next, ordinance. Is there a motion to approve an amended ordinance 24-005 to regulate events, expenditures, and budget approvals for Thornton Township, Cook County, Illinois? Is there a motion?
Yes.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and second? Any discussion? Nobody got no discussion? Okay, so this is the ordinance that the board of trustees put together.
Just so we know what's going on, I know I got to stop it. So the board of trustees now, Tenya, remember she be doing all that. Let's do an event. Let's give away backpacks and stuff. So she been spending Thornton Township's money. So they are now putting an ordinance together to say you can't do that no more. So now she's going to talk about it because she wants to keep spending that money like that. So this is what's happening. This is Jebediah. I announced it earlier. Jebediah, just so everybody understands too. Let me make sure I do this. This is investigate and advocate with Jebediah Brown. He is live streaming it right now too. Go over there and don't forget to show him some love because he's in the room. He's got his little thing set up. So I want to definitely show him some love. Just Jebediah. So yeah, please go out there and show him. So that's what's happening now. They're trying to limit her spending their money at these events.
Obviously, they don't ever want to tell y'all what they're doing. This is the one where they wanted to remove certain things that we do here at Thornton Township. One thing is big bingo. I'm gonna read you the items because when I became your supervisor, it's basically all the things that I have brought to Thornton Township that they want to include. So this is what I mean when I tell you that the board are targeting things that the supervisor does here at Thornton Township. Yet before I got here, wasn't done going on. The numbers was 20% people knew about Thornton Township. When I came, now over 80% of our township knows that we exist and now is benefiting from all the services here at Thornton Township. Whether that be light, gas, water, rent, mortgage, every single thing here we help you. We even help you bury your loved one. So I just wanted you to know all the things that we do. If y'all can keep it down so I can finish, please, thank you. This is the thing that they put in this ordinance that they were like halted, and we sent something out regardless. Just to show you how petty they are, because Trustee Carmen put this in here. They put big bingo, any holiday bingo, because bingo is bingo. Tech savvy, and that helps the residents with their phones, their iPad, that put Zoom on there, put emails on there. It's actually a really, really great class that we do here for our seniors. Will you please stop? We put this together so that people would know how to utilize their phones and the internet. A lot of times they do not know how to do it. And y'all know AI taking over, computers taking over. And we want seniors to know how to utilize it and what software to put on there. Some people put Facebook on there, TikTok, Instagram, but it's just really, really cool if you come and see what they learn from that one thing. Township Talk. That's something we didn't have here at Thornton Township. Matter of fact, that's tomorrow. If you really want to educate yourself and learn what Thornton Township represents, all the things that we do have for youth residents, and all of our surpluses, something that the fake news does not tell you. We actually have surpluses in all our accounts here at Thornton Township, but no one wants to do the research to know where to find the information. So
Now she is absolutely lying. They do not have a surplus in Thornton Township. They took out a loan. And that's how they balance the budget. And now they have to pay back that loan. So they don't really have a surplus. But, you know, she's spouting her lies. This is what Henyard does. Remember, she doesn't even have the charity that she has, but she just said she doesn't have. So
please come out, and that is tomorrow. That way you can learn what goes on. And we teach you about your taxes, your tax levy, who increased your taxes, where to find it at, how to do for you, and where to get the information from. It's actually really, really cool, but people kind of want the information, and what I've learned is when you got something that's an educational tool, people don't show up in the masses like this. People come for the mess, but they won't come to get educated on things they should know or would like to know that's going on in their own backyard. So some things that we do have currently right now, you come out tomorrow and hear for yourself, see for yourself, and get the evidence and walk away with it in your hands. So that's one big thing. Another thing they wanted to take away, Black History Month program. Who wants to start a Black History program? St. Patrick's Day events, Mother's Day events, community bike rides. These all community engagement events that we do here at Thornton Township, which have really, really been going really well throughout the South. Movie night, Halloween events, Thanksgiving events, Christmas events, Veterans Day events, New Year's events,
just so you understand what's going on, she's talking about all these events because they're going to pass an ordinance and said you can't just spend our money like this on events you want to have. There's got to be some checks and balances. So she's freaking out right now doing all of this. So that's why she's naming all the events, Christmas event, blah, blah, blah. She just wants to spend the money, and they're saying no. I don't know what's taking the FBI so long. It doesn't. I just don't know. The FBI should be all over this. I think, but they're flipping people like like fish. She's wearing Jordans. You crazy. Here she goes. So that's she's gonna continue to tell us about the event.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration. That's really dope. We do that here in the lower level, and a lot of people seeing that. Valentine's Day events, Women's History Day events, Sunday dinners events, karaoke night, showtime at the Apollo. That's really creative. The kids come out. It's just like how Steve Harvey was on showtime at the Apollo. It was really interesting to see the kids actually have a lot of talent here at Thornton Township. Etiquette classes, back to school events. Take the Ford we just did the other day. That was actually a ton of people showed up throughout the rain. I loved it. Even though it rained, they still came out. Their babies was out there. They were jumping up and down. It was a lot of fun. So I just wanted to point out the things that we actually do here at Thornton Township, because before I came, Take the Ford always went on like clockwork every single year. Friends of the Human Picnic, comedy show, scholarship banquet. That's something that I created when we came. We gave your kids, your loved ones, over 80 scholarships up to $2,500 or $3,000, I believe. That was dope. They're looking for that same thing coming up. We're working on giving your babies scholarships again. So if you're watching this and you're interested, make sure you basically check our website so you too can benefit from the scholarships. All they had to do was make a video this time around. Last time they had to write an essay, but they was able to help pay with their room and board, their books, things of that nature. So we really helped a lot of people, and that's something Thornton Township never done. Scholarships. The youth summit, that was bringing people together, because I'm real big on teaching and making sure people understand what mental health is and where to get it from, where to get resources from, and how to identify it. Because in the Black and brown communities, we don't know what it is as relates to our kids and our loved ones that suffer from it, and they don't know where to go to get the help. So Thornton Township helps with that. Toy drive, that's really big here at Thornton. I know when I came here, we allow kids to pick their toys up. All you have to do is walk a line and basically pick up whatever you want, like Toys R Us. So people got to pick what dolls they wanted, what games they wanted, compared to before they would wrap the gifts up and put it in a bag, and then people unwrap them, and they don't know what they got or something they don't like. So these are all great things that got implemented under the supervisor here, Tiffany and you. The other thing we do is tree lighting. Tree lighting is really big. We still do that here outside in the front, and we allow every single community to come out. Guys, please, if you don't want to hear it, there.
You see, the people are like, you said a whole bunch of BS right now, right? She's begging. Look at all the stuff that we doing. But this is her campaign speech. But ain't nobody fooled, and she just don't know. Ain't nobody fooled by this.
There's the door, but you have to listen. Some people here that wants to hear what I'm saying. So please let me get it finished. So tree light, we do that every single year as well, right outside here. Yeah. And then the festivity is right here in the lower level. People come, they bring their loved ones, they play with them, they make Christmas trees, and then every single city gets to come and decorate their actual tree. So that's us bridging the gap and bringing unity amongst our community. So that's really epic. Food giveaways, again, I don't know why they got that on here. That's so my department, meaning GA. That's something that the Board of Trustees cannot control, but they put it on here anyway. All the food giveaways that we have it for you residents. If you don't have food, if you need food delivered to your house, all you gotta do is call, sign up, and we'll bring it and drop it off. If you want to go to the pantry every single Wednesday, you can stop there and get food from the actual food pantry. And it's fresh produce as well as bread. But I just want you to know that's there. Something new that we just did is cooking with Tiff. Cooking with Tiff, meaning your supervisor. So what we do is we allow people to come in and cook with your supervisor, and you get to show the world your recipe that your grandma, your uncle, your cousin have taught you, but you get to make that here in Thornton Township. And it has been really helpful. It airs tomorrow, and on Friday, you can pick up those same items that we showed you on Wednesday, outside here on Friday. So we have a fresh ground beef. We have everything in the box to make meatloaf or hamburgers or cheeseburgers. So the reason for that is just to showcase the talents throughout Thornton Township. So anybody can sign up to cook with me, and anybody can sign up to share their recipe to show somebody else how you cook.
Now this is a motion for, but so she just literally just filibustering it right now.
Cook your item at home. What else we got? We got house music fast. We got workout sessions. I'm real big on workout because the life is short. Make sure you get your steps in every day. Please come to work out with us. We do that. We have President's Day.
She's literally trying to talk her way out of this. Like this is literally a word salad to try to talk her way out of this. Who put Henyard 2024? You need to be cast into the sea of forgetfulness for that one. It's 2025 too. Henyard 2025. Shout out to
these are all the great events that we do here for Township. They added in ordinance form, and that's the reason why we're trying to educate people to come to speak up for the things that you really enjoy here at Thornton. Because there's a lot of great things that we put in place. There's a lot of great people that comes here and benefit from all of the wonderful activities that we do. And I always try to encourage residents, if it's something that you want us to add or change, let us know, because we are open always to your opinion and your suggestions here at Thornton Township. And that's how we're able to get our numbers up by 80%, because we listen to the people. The people came.
I get the reference.
Gave an opinion of what they thought it should be. We implemented it. If it worked, it stayed. If it did not, we laid it down. So I just wanted to read this ordinance all of the things that they was targeting as relates to things we have created for you residents of Thornton Township. So there was a motion and
Well, if I may, we're still under discussion. Obviously, this ordinance is in no way looking to eliminate these things. However, the purpose of the ordinance, I'll just read it. The purpose of this ordinance is to regulate the budgeting and expenditure processes for events organized by Thornton Township, ensuring proper oversight, approval, and adherence to set financial limits. Now, you can, or the administration can adhere to some financial limits. We're not looking to necessarily cut
You guys
stuff
are
out.
crazy.
However, if you're gonna make a decision to do things that benefit the administration rather than help the people, that's your decision. We're not saying that, for the record.
Trustee, that is not true. You guys have, that is not true. You guys have been targeting the events and all the things from
She
the
mad.
last couple of months. The last board meeting, about 2 months ago, you guys didn't even vote to pay anybody or any service. So stop it. You then put together this ordinance to say you want to stop the monthly events that we do every single month. So when you're gonna read it in its entirety so people understand. Don't take one sentence out, because if you go and you break it down, you will see exactly what the board of trustees are trying to do. Because if they wanted events to continue, for instance, we had the taste of Thornton.
I do want to mention this too. I know I'm stopping a lot because I don't want to talk over them. But that guy who was just speaking, everybody's clapping for. He's the one that nominated Tiffany Hinyard to be there, and he said he did it because she was a young woman. So he put her in that position because of DEI. So I don't really got too much love for him, even though now he's fighting the Hinyard fight. He's the reason why she's up here. This guy. I don't know if you see my mouse, but that guy.
Why didn't you guys approve any of the things for a taste of Thornton? We had a book bag giveaway. Why didn't you guys approve anything for the book bag giveaway? But we have to still
Book bag
keep
giveaway.
going here at Thornton Township. So they can clap, you can try to make it sound good all you want, but that is not what they're trying to do.
She's
Because if
mad
they
at the
don't approve
clapping.
it, then how do we give it out to you, residents? And let's back up. Why you think I keep asking for a budget? You move within a budget. Ain't no keep going back to the board for every single thing. Just like y'all did in the previous administration, when Frank was here, you have a budget for every single thing. So every single thing you have a budget for is what you are allowed to spend within your budget. But you guys won't even approve a budget. So how do you operate if you don't have a budget to produce these things for the residents of Thornton?
Just so we know, because this clown right here, who I'm circling with the mouse, he nominated her to be, and because she was a young Black woman. So that was his thing. He didn't know what her experience, he didn't know nothing about it. He just, oh, she's a young Black woman. And now they're in hell. So that's the reason why.
All right, so the motion and second, you can call the roll.
Gorganic is funny.
I'm not for this, just for the record, and I think you guys should amend this.
Trustee Gonzalez, trustee Jones, trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henry.
No.
Motion passed.
Yeah, she mad now. She's salty.
Is there a motion to approve an amended ordinance 24-006 to establish a retail credit card net 30 policy for Thornton Township to count the month? Is there a motion? Is there a second? All right, is there a motion and second? Any discussion?
You don't consume, huh? You don't consume.
Y'all got nothing to say. Y'all don't want to make the ordinances. Y'all want to educate the people or what y'all want to do?
All right, so this ordinance is to cut the credit card, right? We're going to limit the credit card. So now, you know, all hell's going to break loose because that's how she spends most of her money, the credit card.
Do what y'all trying to do. Anything?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this one, I mean, I could read the sentence again, but I mean, just overall, we're just, look, we need to put some safeguards in place to, regulate what's spent on the credit cards. I mean, it's. Now,
Yo, she's not going to like this because don't forget, that's how she does all her trips and everything with the credit cards. So now it's, she's pissed off at this one.
it was discussed last time that there may be some back and forth. We're open to that. But it's imperative that we get this passed. If you want to come forward with some amendments or to make some changes, we can do that. But it's imperative we get this passed tonight.
All right. So for the record, you guys know that I'm totally against how you guys structure this. I said this at the prior meeting, that's why I did not pass. You guys did call the vote and it died because you guys are just writing things and didn't ask anybody their opinion. As it relates to laws, us as the board are supposed to discuss it, come up with a plan and execute it. You guys have not included the body in its entirety, nor did you include the staff. They are the ones that do the spending. They are the ones that do the operation as relates to the day-to-day. You guys put things in there like $1,000. Each of their departments spends more than $1,000 on lunches for the seniors, on youth and family programs. We told y'all this at the last meeting, and we're telling you this again. I am not for how you guys drew this ordinance up, and I'm not for having a credit card. You guys wrote my name here. Do not add my name in something that I do not agree with. So for those that don't know and ain't read this, they added my name to get a card. I do not want a credit card. I do not deal with money. I don't do anything that's related to check. So please.
Everybody knows that's me. And she said she don't want no credit card. She don't deal with money. She got nothing to do with it. Like, I really got to say this, people. Hold on. I got to say this. Is this woman really this delusional? Like, is she really this delusional? She has nothing to do with any of the money, the credit cards, none of that stuff. Like, does she really believe we believe that? Does she really think we believe that? We had the credit card receipts. We've seen it. Like, does she think she can just say it and it's just supposed to be true? We supposed to believe it? I don't know. There's no such thing as halfway crooks. she's a full crook.
Do not add my name in something that I did not even agree to, trustees. So you should amend that. I don't even know why y'all made an amendment and added me in this. So please remove supervisor from this ordinance. And I think you guys should replace it, as we told you before, with a manager. I told y'all that because the managers are the ones that buy for their departments. So I don't work here every day. It relates to in no one's department. So I wouldn't know if they needed some food for a senior. All they would do is go buy what they need for their department. Once again, it's the purpose of a budget. So you have a budget, you telling them what they can spend within their department. And all of them produce receipts. Every single department does. People that didn't produce receipts no longer work for Thornton Township. So let's be crystal clear about that. But please remove my name from this because I'm not for this. Whoever made this amendment, and I was told that Trustee Kerman made this amendment, and I'm not for it. So remove supervisor from here. I see y'all put the finance director on here, and then you put supervisor with the finance director. So let's strike that now. Ain't no pass for my name, so no to that. And then I see that you guys strike $1,000 and put $10,000 only in the case of emergencies. Again, Tony department, which is all of them basically, he spent more than that off of if a truck or a bus breakdown. So do IT, which Robert Hunt explained that to you. Our computers, our servers, things go down, cost $5,000 for just one computer. So I'm saying that you guys, because you so much attacking supervisors, that y'all not thinking about the overall picture. And I told y'all should talk to the staff before making.
Yo, she is fully triggered right now. She is just talking. She's the gaslight queen. That is so true. She is just going off. They got her. This credit card thing shook her. This shook her. That the other thing didn't shook her. This shook her. This credit card thing shaking up.
Makes sense for the staff on a day-to-day operation. You have to understand how they operate daily and their needs, not just making laws and then now it does not work. Now how you accept, you made up a rule, a law that they can't abide by because their operation needs more than what you wrote as a law. So talk to the staff. I think you should go back to the drawing board or adjust what being right here, right now, or go back to the drawing board. One of the two you should do, but do not, please remove me from this. I'm not for that ordinance. So y'all make a amendment?
Motion to approve ordinance 24-006 as.
Okay, well, our motion to amend that take supervisor off, like I just said. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all wait. I'm adding in this law because I don't want a credit card. So I'm making a motion. That we amend this ordinance as relates to supervisor having anything to do with credit card. Is there a second for my motion?
I have something to say based on.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on, let me amend this first.
No, it's discussion for the first motion.
Well, I'm trumping the motion first, so I can trump the motion. Do I have a second? Okay, it's a motion and a second to, trump their motion. So you got it, it's myself and Darlene. I gotta be all the way on that. So now what you gotta say, now discussion. Remove supervisor. Now go ahead.
Okay, so they did request that there be an additional car because the original ordinance did only have the finance director, Robert Hunt, listed. And according to my knowledge, I know the previous administration for 29 years only had one credit card, and they were able to successfully handle township business with that one credit card. And I know that there are a lot of things going on, a lot of spending, a lot of questions.
She brings criminal defense lawyers to every meeting now, just in case the FBI rolls up on her, I think.
That sometimes don't get answered. But one thing I will say is I know the supervisor is bonded, so anything she does is protected under that bond. So I think that it is her responsibility to make sure she knows what's going on with the money. It's her responsibility to have a credit card again. You know, the previous administration had one credit card for 29 years, and I think that, you know, moving forward, we have to figure out some things. And again, like Trustee Gonzalez said, we're open to receiving any amendments via email, and we'll look at it and discuss it as a board and do what's best for Township as a whole moving forward.
All right, so that be crystal clear. The Township did have a credit card, one credit card for 29 years. And y'all had a lot of theft going on here in Township. So let's be crystal clear about that. So y'all got all that going on. Number two, if y'all pay attention to how anybody operation runs, every department here has a card because they are responsible for transparency. If you give one card to one person, you don't know who got it, who spent on it, what you see that. You don't want one card. Right now, we can go and look up, hey, Carmen was in Walmart today and she bought a TV. You can literally point out where somebody's at and who swiped that card, because that name goes to that person's card. That's why you want every single department to have their own card, so that now they're accountable for their spending. We're not doing one credit card. There's no accountability for one credit.
So they said we're going to give her one credit card, and she's got to give us receipts for it. And she doesn't want that. She wants everybody to have a card. Cards go everywhere. Cards go everywhere. So that's the fight now. That's the fight. Let's see.
And that's not how operations work. And as it relates to the finance director, we said this at the last meeting. Why would we give the finance director a card? That is not his job to run to the store and buy stuff for anybody. That is the department head's job. As it relates, that's how y'all don't know. As it relates to finances, that boy has a whole degree. He's supposed to basically go and check and make sure that the finances are in order. That's it. That's it. That's how he's checked. And he don't supposed to go to the store and buy stuff. That's what the department head is supposed to do for their department. So everybody.
She don't know. You can, you don't only have to use the credit card at the store. You can, buy plane tickets and things of that nature. So I think she's panicking now. She's panicking.
Losing sight of the why for credit cards, the convenience for the credit card for a department. It has nothing to do with the finance director having it. It has nothing to do with nobody else being besides the department head having to basically account for their spending for their department. If you go check any of our links here, Thornton Township, you will see anybody have a car, what they spent it on, it got their name back, and they should have receipts for anything that they have spent. So I just want to point that out. So all this talk about we just gonna make this a law. No, we're not. So we're gonna remove supervisor. You can replace that with a manager. I don't care who you pick really for the manager. It could have been Tony from right here. It could be anybody, but pick one person other than supervisor for the department head. And we should have had this discussion before. I'm tired of them getting up here saying, send y'all an email. I'm not sending you no emails. I told you this at the last meeting, and I'm verbally telling y'all again. Don't add me in nothing, because I got nothing to do with the day-to-day as relates to their departments. They are responsible for their departments, and don't pay me for their departments. My advice, again, is to go speak to them and ask them their opinion of what is needed for spending for each department. Before you guys put a law together or something you know nothing about, meaning they need more than what you wrote in here. And IT alone, that alone needs more than what you wrote. But you guys would know that even when they was getting all this spyware and all these issues, they needed a lot more than what you wrote. And y'all know that because they told y'all about it. So my advice again is to amend this ordinance and make sure it makes sense for the needs of the township.
Amen.
And not what the board of trustees want it to say. You have to go with the needs, and that's the department heads. So it's a motion and second on the floor to remove supervisor from this ordinance, replacing with a manager, not me, and we'll go from there. All right.
Trustee Gonzalez,
No.
trustee Jones, trustee Carlisle,
That's it.
trustee Gray Everett,
You're gonna be pissed off now. Why there's a lawyer there? I don't know.
Supervisor Henry. Motion failed.
There it is. She's gonna be putting that down.
To let y'all know how this is gonna work. I'm not taking no credit card. I don't care what y'all vote for in here. I've never seen no mess like this ever in my life. Somebody in here trying to make somebody take a card. That's sickening. That's sickening in itself. So just so y'all clear, manager, we don't have cards to do the day-to-day.
See, just so everybody understands what's going on. All right, let me pause this for a second, because there may be some confusion about what's going on. Right. The reason why they're saying we're going to give you a credit card and only the finance director a credit card is because what 10 Yard likely is doing is telling other people to buy the stuff. You go buy this, you go buy these plane tickets, you go do all this stuff. And then when it comes back, she can say, I don't know if the person did it on their own. I don't know nothing about it. I don't handle credit cards, right? So they're saying, no, we want to stop all that. We're going to give you a credit card, and now whatever you spend, we're going to know it was you who did it. That's why she doesn't want a credit card. She wants to give it to somebody so she can order them to spend the stuff, and then she can play, I don't know what's going on. That's what she's doing now. But they're like, no, we're going to give it to you. So now if you spend it, you are going to keep doing it. That's what's happening. So she doesn't want that accountability.
Application, y'all can write whatever law you want. I'm telling you what it is for a fact. And then y'all know that. So you can vote on how you want. I just told y'all to put my name in something, but you still did. So please remove me from this ordinance once again, in relation to credit cards.
There's still a motion and second on the floor to approve.
All right, so y'all wanna amend that? They can say no all they want. I don't listen to them. I do not listen to them. I do not. That is fact.
So just so everybody knows what's going on now, they have to vote on the original motion to give her and the finance director only a credit card. She wants everybody to have a credit card. They said, no, only you two get a credit card, so we know who's spending the money. So now she doesn't want to bring that motion, because if they pass it, then there's only 2 credit cards. And unless she orders the finance director to take the credit card, which they don't want, they're not going to spend, she's got to have to take one if she wants to keep spending like she's spending. Here we go.
Let y'all know right now. I don't care what y'all write. I don't care what you write. I'm telling you, I'm not taking no cards. So if you guys feel trying to make me take a card, make that make sense. Why we debating over me taking a card? Don't tell me y'all I don't want a card. Oh no, guys, give me a minute. Stop. This is my life. Stop. Carmen, Jerry, and Chris. Please take me off of this order. Are you guys gonna take me off this order? Y'all just stuck in y'all way. If I'm telling y'all I don't want something, you just gonna.
See, she wants that plausible deniability. She wants to be like, I don't know who spent that. I don't know why they spent those got those plane tickets, first class plane tickets for me. I don't know why they did it, right? But now she's got to do it, and she doesn't want to do that. She wants that deniability.
I gotta get a check on. Trustee Jerry, you just gonna vote?
Nino Brown.
Why? What's your why? What's your why? What you mean you don't have a why? You don't have a why? Why? You got a why? But that's what I'm talking about. Y'all just voting blindly or giving them a vote, you don't got a why? So why do you have to do ordinance, trustee? Why? And then everybody how to take it. I'm telling you up front, in front of the people. that I don't want a car. Why would you put me
She's
in it?
freaking out. She's freaking out.
I'm telling you.
Look at her. She's panicking.
What's the lie, Trustee Jerry? Trustee Jerry, hold on, it's discussion. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying it's discussion.
She's panicking. She's literally panicking right now.
Trustee.
Yes.
Why
She's
would
panicking.
you vote on something someone saying they do not want? Make that make sense to me. If you
It's
don't
not about
have a why, you don't have a why for why you're voting to give me a card and I'm telling you I don't want.
This is not about you.
How do you put me in a law?
It's about checks and
I don't want to be
balances.
part of any of that. We have managers here to do it.
For the vote.
I would like to know that after, trustee. And I don't think that's fair to me. I don't think you guys are being understanding for this. I just don't. And I think you should do that. I think you guys have opportunities to change it, to fix it. I think you have opportunities to add a manager in it as it should be with any organization. I think you guys should amend what you guys are trying to do.
No, they gotta vote now.
So what are we gonna do? Y'all gonna amend it? Are y'all gonna amend it?
I think Trustee Gonzalez made a motion to vote the ordinance as read. And I second the motion. Can we in debate and?
Well, no, we're still in debate because it's got to do with my name. It's got to do with my name.
So she just filibustered that. She tripping. She don't want to vote on it. She don't want them to vote.
It's still in discussion. So that do with my name. If y'all don't want to say that, don't say that. So, Connie, why do you have my name on this ordinance? Chris, why is my name on this ordinance? Why?
Leadership.
Leadership, that's let me tell you something. This is how I know that you guys don't know how to run a business and don't know how to leadership. Leadership don't work as it relates to a credit card. I'm not going to spoke to nobody. So make it make sense. This is a joke. Leadership is you get to the manager and they run a department. Leadership does not have my name on the card, and I'm telling you I do not want it. That makes no sense. And I'm asking you guys to remove me from this ordinance. And I'm telling you what.
You think about it, it's plausible deniability. As long as somebody else is using the card and their name is on it, then she can always say, I don't know. And they said, no, we're going to give you the card and only this person the card. So now if you spend it, we know it's you. That's what she's afraid of. She is literally freaking out because they're saying, you got to spend, if you want to spend money for anything, you got to spend it on this.
I'm telling you, I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm telling you that. So, let me first. Let me tell y'all, I pleaded enough with y'all. I've asked y'all enough for this. So I'm going to let it be what it be. I already told you I'm not taking it. I don't want it. And I think you should remove supervisor out of this ordinance that you guys created. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You want to do it, you guys want to remove it. All right, call the roll and just go the record for the 18th time. I don't want anything to do with a credit card. I already told people that stuff. Thank you.
She don't got to. The funny thing about it, she don't have to use the card, right? She can take the card and just put it down, and she never has to use the card. But the fact of the matter is, it's not about her having the card. It's about she can't now tell somebody else use your card because she has one. That's why she's freaking out. If she really doesn't want the card, she say, okay, give me the card and put it in her wallet and never use the card. She doesn't want to do that. That's why she's freaking out. She's freaking out because she still wants to spend money on cards, but order other people to do it and have that plausible deniability.
Trustee Carlisle? Trustee Jones? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett? Supervisor Henry?
Definitely not.
Motion passed.
So next on the agenda, is there a motion to approve the retainer agreements with LDC as to represent the Thornton Township and Thornton Township officials in the case? Lawrence versus Thornton Township, Thornton versus Thornton Township, Dukes versus Thornton Township. Is there a motion? Do y'all want a motion for legal? So moved, second. Is there a motion second?
I have discussion, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I know that you selected this attorney for these cases, but it came to my attention that this attorney represents you in a personal matter. So I just want to know, is that a conflict of interest?
Yeah, so first of all,
Yes,
I didn't necessarily pick the attorney. He do represent myself, Keith Freeman, and other people as well, is represented by this law firm. So we have to put it on here so that the person can go and represent us here at the township. So he don't just represent 15, he represents everybody that they name. Anybody that got named is in here. So for us to see it go back and forth over legal help, the whole thing is to protect the township. That's what it's about.
Okay, just a question was, is it a conflict of interest? That's my question.
No, you don't have to come here.
Attorney, can you, is that a conflict of interest?
Here it is.
Your content creator using my footage. Acknowledge that it's my footage, or I will strike your channel.
You can't hear anything you said with the mic.
Choose compassion, please put the house rules in the chat.
Who is that? Oh, that's the guy from this channel. Let me make sure. I think this is the guy from this channel. I think he's saying something. Reality Check TV. As I said earlier, people remember this Reality Check TV. You got 5,000 people watching. But I do want to thank him. And who else I was using? I got to also give a shout out. Make sure I give a shout out to the people who are actually there. This one is Investigates and what's it? Investigate and Advocate. So just so everybody understands, the two channels that I am using, Investigates and Advocates, and this guy, Reality Check TV. Subscribe to their channels because it's fair that they're in the room and actually doing the work. So I want to make sure I give them credit for what they do because, you know, we wouldn't be having so much fun watching it if they weren't actually doing it because they're not recording it. Hold on. This just went out. My audio just went out. So just thanks to those guys for actually getting in there, setting the stuff up and all that stuff. That's what's his name? Advocates. He was the guy who was arrested before too. So let me put this back up. Sorry.
Okay.
I gotta roll it back a
I'm
little
wondering,
bit.
since it was held in Dalton,
Let me
and
roll it back a little bit. Sorry. When the attorney was talking.
Their opinion of what is needed for spending for each department. Please take me off of this order. Education, you guys, what do you want to do?
Yes, investigate and advocate.
What do you want to do, guys?
We saw this already.
What
Sorry, I
do you
lost
guys
my
want to
place.
do, guys?
Motion.
Next on the agenda is I'm gonna give you supervisor report really quick.
Information.
Sorry, I want to go back to the attorney.
What do you guys want to do, you guys?
Motion to table.
All right, so this is the for the sorry. The audio went out. But so this was the attorney that she's trying to hire to work for the township. She's now she wanted them to, that attorney was working for her personally. So they're like, yo, we don't know if that's a conflict of interest. She working for you, but he working for the township. So they're tabling it right now. Let me continue it on. Sorry about the mix up here.
Oh, you got something to say?
One thing I wanted to say is that, the Derek Auto Law Firm did look over each retainer agreement. They did look over it to make sure it was in compliance with state law. They did, not Attorney Eric, but other people I asked.
But, yeah, were they aware of the other part?
No, I can't speak to
So Board of Trustees, just so that we're not out here without legal representation, you guys, what do you want to do?
What's up,
What do you
Sean?
want to do, guys? What do you guys want to do, you guys?
Motion to table.
So you want to table it to win? But this is what I'm talking about. Why did y'all had questions, like seriously, y'all don't, seriously. If you had questions or concerns about this, why didn't y'all reach out to anybody? Y'all call the lawyers to draw up ordinances. Why didn't y'all ask the lawyers about legal opinion? Why would we get here and y'all don't even know what deadline exists currently right now? If we have to go to court this week, y'all don't know any of that. And that's stuff you shouldn't play with. I just want to play with y'all. It's to represent Thornton Township. Thornton Township. Our job is to protect the township. All the personal stuff y'all gotta put to the side.
So why not get another attorney?
I would not be without his driver's license. So would y'all like to approve this individual for the case?
I have a question, so is there any way the attorney can advise if there's time sensitive matters, or do you know the answer to that question?
I don't know when it's due. I know it is a deadline on it. When they give you papers, there's a deadline on it. Well, it was a deadline way a week ago when y'all had it on y'all special meeting. So I know. So we can put it on the phone. So we go.
I think I would second the table and we can come back maybe in 2 days.
Well, just so y'all know, life don't work like that. Y'all just keep popping up meetings like people don't have personal lives. This is our second meeting. I had a special meeting 4 days ago. Now we had a regular meeting. Why would we table something that
We don't know.
got to do with Thornton Township? The whole thing is to protect Thornton Township. Y'all too busy making it about 50 and not protecting Thornton Township when that person basically covers everybody. I'm not the only individual. It covers every single person. And as Robert Hunt just told y'all, what he said? Delgado have looked over this already. If Delgado looked over it already, what are we doing?
Shout out to Reality Check TV. Just so we can all see what's happening.
So it would be on the agenda. So what would y'all like to do? So y'all just want to table. So y'all don't care whatever legal stuff we got going on. It is because if y'all care or y'all saw the agenda, y'all could call and ask questions about stuff. This is what I'm talking about. We get to board meetings every single time. We don't have no deal. I got a question. The question got up before we got here.
Or
You go watch other people's board meetings.
right now, if you
When you
have
go to other people's board.
We're willing to listen to it right now if you have information.
Maybe nobody really knows.
You're asking us to vote.
Why you don't have it? Why you don't have it? Because I don't know the date right now. I don't know the date.
It's on purpose. It's on purpose.
It's for a lawyer to protect the township.
So when are the deadlines?
Uh-oh.
Sexually molested by close family.
Ah.
I was made.
I have to do better. All this heckling, all these things. I wouldn't want my kids to look up to people like that either. We gotta do better. And I want y'all to do better by being an example for the youth, by showing them a different person, and by showing them that in the Black and brown communities, we all can get along and we can have a difference of opinion, but also be on one accord at the end. That's what I would like to show for Thornton Township. It should not always be division. It should not always be all this hostile environment, because guess what? The DNC said, look how we acting. It said that we're acting like this. You got a whole president that's gonna come up.
Yeah, she just said the DNC is looking at how they acting.
Literally first female president, and that's Black, that will make it. Now, gotta want more. So I'm saying that somehow, just so that you guys can see a different point of view, and hopefully it'll resonate with some of you in the crowd, or some of you just watching. So again, thank you for coming out to the Township board meeting. Hopefully y'all see something tomorrow that wants to learn something that the Township does. Now we have public comment, right?
Public comment. Here we go.
Before we do public comment, I just want to remind everyone, there is a presidential election, November 5th. Early voting will begin October 21st through November 4th. If you know someone who needs to register to vote, they can come to the clerk's office Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 to register to vote. Dan Lee.
All right.
If she has zero shame. All right, here we go.
Testing. Okay, first of all, I'd like to start with a couple of suggestions for the trustees, something that really needs to be done to make these things go a little smoother. First of all, on a policy note, I think you guys should really put a forensic audit on the next agenda. As you can see, all these different expenditures and things that never receipts are rarely given, and there's always this conflict about the receipts and so forth. The forensic audit is the way to go. You should really, really consider that. And make sure it's independent, please. Another suggestion, it's more important to have a meeting like this than it is to have bingo. So, I'm suggesting that all the town hall meetings should be down here as a matter of course. As a matter of course. If there's a conflict, you can change dates one way or the other, but everything should be down here. So everyone can have access. Upstairs, I know personally, I stood in line for 2 hours, couldn't get in the room, but it's cool. Because I learned a lot out there. I learned that some people are cultists instead of citizens. I talked to a few of them. And one thing I really want to bring up. If I was late, one time it was an hour and a half late a few months ago, or half an hour late, even an hour and a half late, starting at 5:30. The meeting didn't start almost 7 o'clock. I would at least offer an apology to the people that sat here and waited for the president to show up and do what they do. I mean, you would think that you would get an apology, but again, you have to have a little class for that. Oh, yeah. And I heard something about a scholarship fund. I just hope that scholarship fund paid off better than the cancer fund did. We all know what that was all about. Nobody that I know of has gotten a dime out of that, except the people whose names were on there, or some of the people whose names were on there. And we had a musical event in Dalton this past weekend, Saturday. Okay. I'm wondering, since it was held in Dalton, and since Dalton facilities were used, possibly some Dalton personnel, things of that nature, is there some way we're getting compensated for that? Since we always get the short shift when we come in here, we don't get right now, But if you're going to hold things in Dalton, and if you're going to do this right, we should be getting compensated for some of those facility usages and things that happen in our community.
Time, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Chris, Danowski. Tiffany Henyard, as supervisor, you should be a steward of our tax dollars. However, you have wasted our money on lavish travel, fine dining, fake cancer foundations, parties, extravagant bingo prizes, and personal campaign materials. Yes, I said personal. I saw those tents at your poorly attended Taste of Thornton Township event last weekend with your name displayed in large letters. Keith Price commented a few months ago at a meeting about how Thornton Township was a laughingstock to the nation. I partially agree with that, except that it's a laughingstock of the world. And it's not us being laughed at. It's you, Tiffany, and Keith Price.
Shout out to all my people from Germany, Lithuania. I got people from Ireland. If you're from overseas watching this, put something in the chat, because you got to look at the videos. We got people all over the world investing. I even got somebody from South Africa. One person from Australia. What? Listen to this clown there. So see, it's right. Look at the laughing here in the UK. We got Canada in the house. Australia in the house. Yo, this is crazy. She's right. Worldwide. Fuji. Oh, wow.
And Mr. Lacey, they got all kinds of nicknames for you out there in YouTube land, but I'm sure you're aware of that. Tiffany, you commented earlier about being respectful at the meeting. As a representative of the township, I'm appalled at how Keith Price was, how ignorant and disrespectful he was to Mr. Gonzalez, swearing at him at the meeting. We were told at the beginning of this meeting we had to watch our language. He surely didn't do that. He was out of order. Lastly, Tiffany, there's one comment that I've heard out of your mouth that I actually agree with.
run that back. Yo, she just blew the mic away. Check it out. Listen what she said. She agreed with what she had to say.
Lastly, Tiffany, there's one comment that I've heard out of your mouth that I actually agree with.
Somebody going to jail.
What the win? Oh. Yeah. I won't want to go to back behind that. Yeah. The white girl killed it. Lugmeister. Wow.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be brief, okay? My name is Nate Fields. I'm here today to stand up against the bullying and intimidation tactics being used by those who are supposed to represent us. Last Thursday, I was physically pushed against the window of the outside of this building by Kamal Woods, Tiffany Henry's boyfriend, during a special board meeting. But this wasn't just an attack on me. It was an attempt to silence anyone who dares speak up against the misuse of our tax dollars. But I want to make it clear. I would not be intimidated, and I would not back down. This community deserves better than leaders who spend our hard-earned money irresponsibly while resorting to bullying to maintain their power. I'm here to fight for transparency, accountability, and respect for every resident. Together, we can ensure that our voices are heard and that our community is protected from those who seek to abuse their powers, their positions. Thank you.
Jennifer Roberts. I'm sorry, Ms. Bogan. I'm sorry. I apologize. Ms. Bogan. If there's not a Ms. Bogan, then Ms. Roberts, go ahead.
Yeah, the other lady killed it though. She killed it. The other, it's like it's hard to go behind that. You can't prepare with everything.
When I was a child, from the ages of 9 through 11, I was sexually molested by close family members. I was made to believe that if I said something, no one would believe me. I became silent. My voice was lost in a sea of depression. I experienced low self-esteem, loss of identity, became unsure of who I was or who I would become. When I became a mother of a beautiful girl, I vowed that what happened to me would never happen to her. But unfortunately, as a single working mom, I could not protect her from the generational curse that plagued my family. I often think about if I could change back time, and if my baby girl, who is now 32 years old, would have felt safe enough to tell me what was happening to her, what I would have done to those who abused her. Vania Dukes was sexually assaulted on a Thornton Township sponsored trip, allegedly by Andrew Holmes, who is still on your board, Tiffany, and Dalton. Instead of protecting her, you fired her and kept her violator as your ally. He is one of many criminals working for you. Your boyfriend, Kamal Woods, is drawing a generous salary for a position he has yet to report on. However, he allegedly felt the need to put his hands on Nate Fields Jr. less than a week ago. Is that part of why he was hired at the township? Why is it that you would rather have criminals to defend you as opposed to providing counseling for those who have been abused sexually, mentally, or physically? Isn't it better to spend tax dollars on services to silent residents with low self-esteem need and stand up on your campaign events like Taste of Thornton Township and Dead Bingo? In January, in this very room, Tiffany, you told the world that you are Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. Did you forget that his dream was that People would be judged by the content of their character and not by the color of their skin. I will leave you with this thought. All nightmares come to an end, and so will this one.
Mr. Roberts, Paul Roberts.
Uh-oh.
Good evening. I last made public comments here in June and May, but the supervisor did not wish what I was going to say, so she limited me to 2 minutes and prevented me from questioning the attorney or the clerk. I hope, given the time that we had to wait to get into this meeting, the time that we had to wait for other meetings, and the time that was taken away from me previously, and by going easy on the supervisor for the last 2 months, I may be able to read the entire one page that's in front of me. If not, I'm happy to give you copies. Anyway, I will continue from where my last comment was cut off. She would not let my wife complete it, so I wanted to continue talking about how at least $550,000 of February's $1 million giveaway was not used for the intended purpose, and how the Attorney General ordered the township to give me the information I requested through FOIA. They still have not. I wanted to mention how the township refuses to state who their FOIA officer is, and how they have made it almost impossible for the Attorney General's office to contact them. I wanted to talk about how the township's IT department no longer lists any email on the township website, nor do they give us any way to contact our trustees. I wanted to mention how the administration monitors emails and text messages between trustees and their constituents. But given the time restraints, instead, I want to just start answering the number one question that people ask about Thornton Township. Why is Tiffany Henyard still in office? Please bear with me while I try to answer that question. Much of the credit for her successful criminal career goes to her well-connected attorneys. Her preference for the Delgado Law Group, known by many mayors and powerful people in Springfield, is so strong that she fired 2 longtime township employees who opposed hiring Delgado for the school board. But she doesn't mind spending our tax dollars to settle the wrongful termination lawsuits that she invited. Other well-connected attorneys helped her overturn the citizens' recall election in Dalton. Furthermore, Thornton Township spends $20,000 per month on lobbying, public relations, and political consulting. $5,000 per month goes to the mentor of the chairman of the state Senate's appropriation committee. Frank Zuccarelli only paid him $4,000 a month. $5,000 a month goes to a media consultant called Whitley Agency. I know that they take PayPal, given the credit card statements this township has. Look at the great job they did advising her on the last 2 Saturdays campaign events in Dalton. $10,000 per month goes to Cornerstone Government Affairs for political consulting. That's an interesting one. In February, when the supervisor was in Roland Martin's studio, there was a meeting here anyway. Several of these invoices were on $10,000.
Your time is up, sir. Sorry.
Trustee Gonzalez asked what they were for. No one in the room could tell me.
Your time is up.
3 of the trustees.
Your time is up. It's 3 minutes.
Yeah, he took too long. All that startup point. He should have just gotten to it and just called it a day. Or he got to speak faster.
Hello, your time is up.
The Cornerstone's website shows that the leader of the Illinois team was
Your
previously
time
the
is
senior
up.
advisor to Michael Madigan,
Who the next
and a
person?
longtime political director of the Democratic Caucus in the Illinois House
Elmo
of
Price.
Representatives.
Elmo Price, your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up. 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes. You're at 4 minutes. You're up at 4 minutes. Your time is up.
Give up the
You
mic.
got it. Your time is up. Your
Give
time
up
is
the
up,
mic.
sir. Sir, your time is up, sir. Sir, your time is up. Your time is up, sir. Your time is up. Your time is up. You guys don't have no order. You get 3 minutes. Your time is up. What's the person you said, Elmo?
Democratic Party of Illinois.
You got to come next
Elmo
meeting.
Price, you're next. Your time is up, sir. You have 4 minutes. Your time is up. Yes, it is. Excuse me, your time is up. Your time is up. Okay, security, your time is up. Security.
They know they're on the
Your time is
wrong
up,
side.
security. Security, your time is up. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Your time is up. All right, go ahead. Now's your turn. All right, you got 3 minutes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Thelma Price, and everybody that's in this room, we have to really stay focused because the supervisor seems to think giving parties and bingos, that is gonna, win us over. And we gotta stay focused on what's really happening. They're trying to hide all the money that's being stolen. And I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I was appalled when they came out with this fake charity, because I know how it is when you're trying to look for help when you have cancer. And I just felt that was the lowest thing that she could ever do, is to go against people that are battling cancer. And I feel that they need to get that money back to the township. That was illegal, and that attorney was sitting next to her, allowed her to do that, that they'll allow her to do it, knowing that that was illegal for them to be giving her private fake charity money. We need our money back,
Right.
And we're not gonna take anybody intimidating us or anything. I've had Kamal Woods walk past me and say some slick stuff, but baby, no, you're not gonna scare me. You're not gonna intimidate me because I have a voice. And you gotta understand, this woman has destroyed Dalton. So, and I'm gonna tell you something. She cannot be the best in Thornton Township and then destroy a whole village in Dalton. And the same thing that's happening over here is happening in Dalton. Is happening here now. They're not being transparent. They don't want to tell you. They got Robert Hunt in the front cooking the books, lying to you people, saying that we're not in the raid. That is a lie. But I commend these trustees. They're standing up for us. And I thank you all. You gotta put a watch on that money and those credit cards, because she was saying, hey, the department head is supposed to have it. It's time they can swipe the card and had the village of Dalton paying for something, and it should have been the Thornton Township. So they just rotating these cards, doing what they want to do. And that should not be happening. Dalton is we're destroyed. We are destroyed. And then we have a takeover where one man is taking over the whole damn police department. But we will not be intimidated. So you guys stay woke about what's happening out here in Thornton Township. They're doing the same thing, and they're stealing from you all. And for the people, I love my seniors. You cannot choose bingo over what's going on. That is crazy, because you're gonna pay. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. It's gonna come back and bite you. You're excited over these big screen TVs. They're stealing from you all. They're stealing from you all. And like she's telling us, we gotta respect us. Respect her. She don't respect y'all. Y'all remember that when it's time to vote. She does not respect y'all. She does not respect y'all.
Somebody earlier said if it was her versus Satan or the ballot, Satan may win. I just put that as a poll. Who will win, Tiffany Hinyard or Satan? I think Satan would have a shot.
You heard this ball?
Act like a thug if you want to. Take me out of the time.
Greetings, Madam Supervisor, trustees, administrators, residents. As this administration continues to attempt to spin the narrative of how well they're doing, the township continues to descend into madness. The presence of the supervisor has created a toxic environment where political figures and administrators have used unethical tactics for intimidation and harassment. You have also given the license to your subordinates to use these tactics to attempt for character assassination. In my hands are 2 FOIA requests by Mr. Keith Price, which was filed this past May to my former employer here in the township and my current employer at the school district, asking for everything personal, including disciplinary rights. Mr. Price is here, I don't have disciplinary rights. This type of behavior has also given non-resident opportunists a license to act as predators when they present themselves as advocates and activists. One particular make-believe activist that goes by the name of Jedediah Brown. He has a video on YouTube channel telling his followers that he sent investigators to my job, asking about me and my coworkers, telling them that people at my job don't like me. They don't like me.
Jedediah Brown, shout out. We were just watching his stuff. He gets shout out. YouTubers are getting shouted out at the meeting. What's going on?
I guess since the secret friend Keith Price came up empty, he has to come up with some unsubstantiated narratives in an attempt to ruin my reputation. And there are plenty of stories of people who have been overnight amateur investigators when they're nothing but small-time hoodlums. Over the past 3 months, Friends have become enemies, and enemies have become friends. And you're showing your grave right now. To the supervisor, what you have done here cannot be blamed on fake news. FBI subpoenas and grand juries are not the fault of the media. To the residents of this township, I sincerely urge you to find within yourselves to help change the direction of the township. Whether you vote out the supervisor and the entire trustee board. Something needs to change soon.
Amen. Vote up the entire. Hold on. I gotta stop this. Satan is winning. Satan won the poll by 88%. Are you guys freaking serious? She lost to Satan with almost 500. She lost to Satan. Like you guys are insane. You guys are insane. Satan just beat the Superman in the poll. All right, that was the show. Damn. You guys are crazy. Yeah.
There are
By a lot.
General Assembly still itching to abolish the township in the state. And if this type of government that the Thornton Township is going to have from this point on, then what's to stand in their way? If we keep this up, they will come and burn it down.
Trina House.
Yeah, she's got it so bad. She's hearing this every week.
And so, if anybody grabs me while I'm speaking, I call the Attorney General for a violation of intimidation and harassment. So I want everybody to make this make sense to me. You're concerned about the spending at Thornton Township. You're trying to put her on a credit card that she does not want. Why would you do that? Also, she has a $3,000, right? She can write as many $3,000 checks as she wants with no cap here in Thornton Township. Why hasn't anyone created an ordinance to stop that or limit the amount of checks? That's the same thing that goes on in Dalton. She can write as many $5,000 checks as she wants without board approval. Just like here, she can write as many $3,000 nomination checks as she wants without board approval. So why haven't you guys done anything to cap that? Carmen, I'm glad you spoke, because you spoke about the supervisor being bonded and us having nothing to worry about. Seeing that you have a background that's been posted numerous times in check fraud, as well as Pete Freeman having a felony background, you two should be bonded as well for the protection of Thornton Township. Anybody with a criminal background should be bonded in any municipal job that there is. And she's bonded. Can you hear them say she's bonded? I'm asking for all criminals to be bonded. Thank you so much. Now, furthermore, right, okay. Now, the board wants proper spending to be made. You guys tabled the budget, but for 4 months, from April to August, you had substantial amount of time to take out whatever you need to take out of the budget and have this budget passed. You cannot control spending if you don't have a budget. How do you do that? How do you know what's going to be allowed in waste? And you tabled it to an unknown date and time. And Ms. Roberts answered the question to why the Vanilla Dukes lawsuit is against Thornton Township, because that was a Thornton Township sanctioned trip. And for a long time, I've been confused in media because it seems like that was a Dalton sanctioned trip. So all of this co-mixing of governments, co-mingling, co-mixing, however I choose to state it, right? And you guys have a lot to say about how she speaks and how she's educated. So I suggest you guys pay attention to District 205 because that's where she was educated. In District 205, where they have a disparity in learning in their schools. So all you criminals get fined.
Next is Janelle Taylor.
The trustee, she said the trustees got check fraud charges. What the hell's going on in Thornton Township?
I would say good night since we've been here such a long time. First thing I want to say is, I don't know if the supervisor, but I'm sure she does, have seniors in her family. But you don't treat seniors like this. You don't have us sitting around an hour while you have a meeting upstairs that you won't let people come to, because I tried to go up there. And you had it advertised on the screen back there so we could see that you were conducting a meeting upstairs. So I tried to go up there because at one time, I guess the clerk, she was down here and then she goes up to the meeting. And there are papers being passed around, there are people signing stuff, there's somebody showing them, pointing stuff out to them. I don't know what it was, but they would not let me in until two of your security staff, not the CN, and said that it was no seats, because there were seats, because I can see them on the screen down here. Now, another thing is, why are you trying to hold two meetings? You wanted people to come up there, but you know, you have a lot of citizens down here that want to be a part of the meeting. They want to be involved, they want to know what's going on. You can't have a meeting up there, because majority of the people on your staff are in your corner, and not the people who might be against you or might be for you. You are wrong in that. Then you come out and you're going down the steps. I was told by one guy it wasn't a meeting. Well, I don't know, what was the party? Was it Thanksgiving together? What was it? So much people are there. And then you try to make people, you try to limit us to 3 minutes, but we can't limit you to get here on time. So why punish us and say we can only speak for 3 minutes, but you can hold us hostage for as long as you want? Sometimes come down and cancel me, or come down and we have chaos. This is not fair. And I'm not even gonna apologize, but I did say to some of those individuals, like I said to the policeman, and I said to just one there, I don't know what he is. Okay, I don't know what his position is, and I'm not sure other people know either. There's a bunch of lap dogs around here. And I guess you just run your bird, pat you on your head, whatever. I know.
We don't know. We don't know who's paying for the attorneys. We wish. I wish I knew. But more than likely, it's the citizens paying. No.
But you have to have a job, because I understand that. You have to have a job, you have to feed your family, and sometimes you have to play along with the powers of you. But you look at Miss Tiffany up there, she's not even paying attention to anybody, like they say, the only time she raises her head is when time is up. And she wants to how the time is up. Are you a crash? Are you a coward? What is it? You won't look us in our eyes. You don't want to hear it? You're going to hear it anyway. And we know the dominoes are falling. And the students, as you say,
The time is up, ma'am.
the Tiffany here is the one who is considered the worst.
Your time is up. Your time is up. Who's that?
You can tell me that you have your history.
Your time is up.
But get your buddy on time. You must be.
Ms. Carter.
Took the bite. This crazy in America. The police officers taking the mic. Free speech,
So
huh?
disrespectful. But anyway, I was only coming out to this meeting to try to learn. I've been in this community for about 20 years, and I decided that I would come out and try to get involved in my community and learn different things. Okay, so number one, as a school teacher, you cannot double dip. And so I would suggest to you guys, and Tiffany, and that is very disrespectful, okay, to what you're doing. But anyway, people cannot double dip in a job, okay? So from what I'm hearing, according to the agenda, they can only have one position. They should not be here working at one thing and then they're a DJ or a photographer. You can only have one job, okay? My second reason really for coming was to find out if, as a Thornton supervisor, had you gotten with the mayors and seen what were you gonna do to help the residents of these 17 villages on their property taxes? What is the plan for that? So that was my question, and I did want an answer, but I will return tomorrow, and maybe you will have an answer for me. Okay. Oh, it's in Thornton Township, so I know that we come to those and we can ask questions. Township talk, yes, and we do come and ask questions, so I will be here. I have been involved in those. But I did want to know, was there a plan? I've asked the mayor of South Holland, and I want to know what you guys are planning to do as homes are becoming foreclosed on and residents are losing their homes. We need to do something about that, as well as put a cap on all of this spending and get something under wraps. But again, people cannot double dip. I'm sorry for that.
Trying to pay people twice.
I read my statement now.
Okay, Mike, 1 second. Go to the mic. You want to start? All right, go ahead.
It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of the deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena. whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives diligently, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotion, spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of the achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. My message tonight to all of the residents of Thornton Township: I watched people disrespect leadership. I challenge you to take on becoming a leader and sitting in that seat, because you don't know what it means to sit in that seat and have to endure the things that you have to endure, the meetings you go to.
This must be her boyfriend or something. Everybody walking out there like, this guy.
Trying to help your residents, trying to help your citizens, and you have people that come to be disrespectful. To be disrespectful. And then we have people that blurt out. Now, I sat quiet while everybody else had their time to talk. But then when somebody comes up and not talking, you talk in your language you don't want to hear. That's disrespect. What I learned is you have to have respect. You have to have respect. And what I'm saying is, until you sit in that seat as an elected official, you don't know what elected officials have to go through. But what I am going to say is, we need education in our community on government. Because if we really understood government, we will understand what the supervisor's job is, we'll understand what the trustee's job is. What I've been seeing in the news is the trustees trying to do the supervisor's job. And I challenge you, if you want to do that, run for supervisor. Run for the position. Run for the position. Because you're bound by governing laws that govern how you are and what you're supposed to do. Now, what I have not seen is this board talk about going to training. And I'm going to say it, you need training. You need to understand your position and the power of your position, not to create laws against an individual, not to create rules against an individual. So I'll tell you what we're going to watch. If the supervisor does not get reelected, they're going to revoke all the things that they've done before. So I'm going to say, you guys need to learn government. Learn government. Learn government. Learn government. And how it operates.
He's done.
Is there a Miss Allen? Last name, next is Carol.
They walked out on them.
Vivian Allen. Edna Boston. Valerie Stubbs.
Valerie Stubbs is there. Valerie Stubbs, she always was anti-Tiffany.
Good evening to the great people that are brave enough to stay. I find this is very unfortunate and sad. All of those people that got up and walked out and were disrespectful on their way out shows their mentality, their lack of respect. It's disrespect, it's dishonor, it's disorder, it's just plain old different, and it wasn't necessary. If you exit in the room, you teach first graders to exit. And these people are going out cursing, using foul language, saying foul things. It's not okay. I don't care who you're supporting. See, this ain't high school to me. And I'm not on nobody's team. I'm on the township's team. I'm not here to support Tiffany. I'm here to support nobody. Okay? But I'm gonna tell you what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You're wrong. When we pay board members to come and be prepared to make something, I'm getting tired of hearing we're tabling it. How much does the board member make? Can anyone just give me an idea? Because I was surprised you got a salary. So please, how much is your income for being a trustee? It's public knowledge. So, I'm sorry. I have to submit a board request. For it. Okay, so you're not gonna tell us what your income is, but I looked it up. I Googled it and it said somewhere around $64,000 and up. For you to show up at a meeting and say that, well, I didn't have time to look at it, we need to table it, we need to move forward. I don't care if we're not in agreement, like I said before, we're not all Democratic, we're not all Republican, but when it comes to this township, we are a community. And it's important that we show up as a united community.
So if it's not high school, stop trying to be the cheerleader. I actually seen a board member last week, you know who you are, so I won't embarrass you. Meet outside with his group of cheerleaders, and that's what I called them. I stood there and listened to them as they said, no, we're not gonna say anything this week, but next week we're gonna blow it up. We're gonna have this and this. What is that about? What is that about? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If you haven't, you know, you want to support somebody, fine, do that. We're all entitled to that.
Facts.
But can we please just grow the hell up? Get something done. I'm tired of stuff. Time. Oh, time isn't important because everybody get up here, go over it, and it doesn't matter. I mean, this man stood up here and went, 10 minutes over, and he's going to get his point.
Valerie Stubbs.
But I will not do that.
Valerie Stubbs is next. All right, so that's the Hinyard crony. Now here's Valerie. Valerie
Everyone.
is not a Hinyard crony.
Trustees, you did an awesome job. I'm so proud of you, with the exception of one trustee. It's a shame that I've been here since 4:45. And it's a shame that we take our time out to come to these meetings to get information on what's going on in our community. It's a shame that Tiffany asked us to be respectful, to not make any noise, no outbursts, but yet the disrespect when the resident gets up here and make a comment, she's hold her head down dwindling. And that actually depends upon who you are, whether or not you want to hear it. The lady that just left from up here, she clapped, held her head up, and it's a shame. And in 2025, I want all of us that live in Thornton Township to take care of that because it's an embarrassment to us. We're the laughingstock of the world. All over the world, we have the worst mayor and the worst supervisor in the world. I went to her event last Saturday. The money that was spent on the bleachers alone was a fortune. And unfortunately, it was maybe 100 people there. You might want to, I commend you for curtailing the spending because that was a waste of my tax dollars. The big bingo, as long as I've been black and going to different bingo events, I've never seen anybody give away washing machines, big screen 75-inch TVs. Those are our tax dollars. Stop letting her buy you. Stop.
Wow. So she's giving away washing machines and 75-inch TVs in bingo to pay people off. Wow.
I'm letting her give you a box of chicken. If you need some food, look me up. I'll take you to the grocery store and buy you some food. If you teach a man how to fish, he can fish forever. If you keep going and getting them handouts like we destitute, it's a lot of people that live in Thornton Township and in Dalton that make a great income. I make over 6 figures. Okay? There's people in this room that I know of make over 6 figures. Stop treating us like we destitute, that we need a handout. Cut your own grass. You knew when you bought a house that your grass had to be cut. Stop using the services. You know, if you can afford it, do it. And stop taking the handouts. Stop letting her treat us like we destitute.
Time.
You can buy your own kid a book bag. If not, call me up. I'll buy your kid some school supplies.
Yeah, next is Nicole.
Hi, good evening, residents and most trustees. First and foremost, I cannot make this up. Tiffany is up there literally doodling on her in her spiral notebook. It's just a page full of doodling. That's so unbecoming as a mayor, okay? Not to mention, find another word, because you keep saying, and that was dope. Yeah, we went out here, we did it. That was dope. You're a mayor. Why you like the word dope so much? I mean, come on now. That's unbecoming, it's unprofessional, it's ghetto. I don't know, like, not at the Source Awards. Come on, I would like to know your position. I would like an update, a report, a statistic, a measurable outcome on some of these youth programs that you have. You don't do anything but cause disruption, intimidation, confusion, and I just don't understand what it is you're getting paid to do. Like I said, so you guys at the nail shop. Now I'm wondering, was that credit card you used for the townships? Because you did pay with the credit card, I saw that. But I would like for you to just give a statistic on the impact of your role, of your position, what you're supposed to be doing. Keith Price, the way you talk to trustees, he's not here, but the way he talks to trustees should be reprimanded. I mean, you sit there, you let it happen, Tiffany, you let him sit from a seat, he's not even at the podium when he's degrading the trustees, you allow it to happen, you allow him to curse, then you try to school us like we're children on how to speak and how to conduct ourselves, and then you don't time to. You know, you allowed the stalemate to happen, you know, you wanted it your way, but it did not happen because you saw that they were gonna have the meeting with or without you. So you have to pack up everybody and bring them down here where you should have been at the start of the meeting, trying to lock us out. We saw people that were behind us in line that were in that room. It was calculated, it was intentional, and you should be reprimanded for that.
Who can write up a supervisor?
Also, you know, you always talk about what the media doesn't report, how they don't tell, how you pay for this, you pay for that, you pay for funerals, you give food, you pay rent.
40K.
Why can't you help those vendors that you sick on, people like Gonzalez, you bully them, you know, by trying to make them pay? Why can't you have them utilize these resources that you say never gets talked about? You have plenty of resources, right? We're in the black, send them to them. They're not gonna get paid if they didn't go through the proper process. The sooner you learn that, the better off they'll be. They won't keep doing work knowing that they're not gonna get paid. That's on them. That's on them. No, it's not on the trustees. It's on them. It's on them. Okay. Stop working. Okay, well, here, really like.
Time is up.
Go to the township. Go to the
All right, your time is up, ma'am. Security. Your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up.
No, I'm just saying.
All right, your time up. Okay. All right, Emmanuel, come on. Emmanuel, come on. Go ahead, get your money. This is $20 employees here that's not being paid. Go ahead.
All I'm saying is this. I want you all to understand what's actually happening here. Because I feel like a lot of people don't understand what's actually happening here. So right now, you all have a lot of people who've done a lot of work for this township. No, let me show you how. Right now, I am an employee of the township. Before that, as media. Yes, okay, as media. So everyone understands. Trustees, I want the trustees to understand. As media, before media, I have my own business that we've been running successfully. The Thornton Township was supposed to be just a client. I was supposed to be just a contractor. So the money that I charge the township, I understand the township is very frugal when it comes to paying bills. So I charge way below market value for the services that I provided to the residents. Not the trustees, not anything, to the residents. I'm literally showing you guys what your township offers you. This is not about a supervisor. This is not about other members of the administration. Right, I'm sure. Here we go. For the township, the trustees decided not to pay, but they are the reason. Correct.
Emmanuel, get it out.
Yes. So I want you all to understand, if I work for the township and I'm showing you guys like what GA offers you, I'm showing you what Youth and Family Services is offering you. You are getting this not for free. You are already paid for it. You are already paid for these services. And instead of you are receiving those services, you're telling the trustees, don't give it to you. That's dumb. That's literally what's happening. You already paid for it. But the trustees are fooling you because they're telling you, oh, you all don't want it. We're spending all this money. You all are actually in a surplus. You all are already audited and they received an award for financial transparency. So what I'm saying is you all are you are shooting yourselves in the foot. I wish that my mom lived in Thornton Township.
So this is one of the guys who is double dipping. He works for the township, but he's getting paid on the side for some other stuff that he's doing. And he said, you guys already paid for it, so you should use it. That seems to be saying, he's saying that there's a surplus, but they're not talking about the loan they took out. So they took out a loan, but there's still a surplus. So again, I'm confused what this guy said, but it seems like he's a Tiffany supporter. So hopefully he'll explain it.
My mom was in a car accident and my mom and my father passed away in an accident. My mom is very badly injured and she's handicapped, she's in a wheelchair. My mom needs groceries delivered to her, but we have to pay for those groceries. They're offering you all getting those groceries delivered to your house that you already paid for. You already received, not necessarily, but you already received these things, but you all are telling the trustees don't want it. I don't want it. But you all have to understand this township is full of thousands of people. There's people there who do want it, that need it. That's not fair to them. You all are shooting them. Give them a chance. Don't just take the chance. chance away from them. Trustees, don't just take the chance away from them. You have other people besides who was in this room that you all are literally killing. I met a man who was cutting his own grass at 89. Cutting his own grass at 89. He was on the list in order to get his grass cut. But instead of them being able to pay the people to cut the grass of this man, he's out there. He's literally risking his life to cut his own grass because the township board of trustees decided not to pay the people to cut his grass that he paid for.
So this is what they were doing in Dalton too, right? Because there were a whole bunch of kickbacks and all this other stuff. So essentially, she's trying to pay for the votes. So he's saying that they've already paid for the services, but the trustees are saying, hey, we didn't approve these services. So we're not paying for stuff that we didn't approve. So he's saying, oh no, you're paid for them anyway. So none of this is making sense, because if the trustees don't approve it, then they haven't been paid for. I'm not understanding where he's going with this.
So I'm saying it again. All I'm saying is you already paid for these services. Just get them. Why tell them I don't want the services, but you pay for it anyways?
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
She's not adding up.
All right, she's the last one, and then we're gonna adjourn right after.
There's one more. All right.
I was on the list, but I didn't get up. The negativity was a little bit too much for me. I'm one of those seniors that people talk about. And I've been attending these meetings for years. We have been attending these meetings when Supervisor Supervisor was in position. And so many people who are here now and have I wanted them to hear this. Because we would come to meetings and there would be like 10 people there. And whatever he wanted done was done. And you talk about double dipping, he had 3 positions. Only one pay. I don't understand why. I mean, I just don't understand. Only one pay. And I am one of those seniors that some of you would like to radicalize. I mean, you want to say, we don't know anything. But I think I know a lot more than most of the people in here. Because you haven't been attending those meetings years ago. we have attended those meetings on a regular basis. And all of the things that you are talking about, he had a board where everybody voted yay. If you were around when Darlene Washington was here on the board, every time there was an activity, board members came, not just in Superville. And we always had to wait an hour or 2 every time. Every time. So that's how I know most of you have been to any previous meeting. Because if you had, you would have known that. I am appalled at the atmosphere. I'm sorry. I am appalled. We talk so much, but we don't listen. Now, I don't know the supervisor the way some of you know her. I don't know what she has done wrong, but I know that she has a terrific employee. And to the board members, they should all be paid, because things that I have gone to, I mean, the employees are just fantastic. I have been to Big Bingo, but I didn't need a TV. So those people who did need it, got it. I didn't need it. It was fun. The music that she had playing was fun.
You see, some people, and it shows you, some people are easily fooled by shiny things, right? So she hold up, let's give a TV. People need the TV. Let's hold up some nice shiny things. And she's like, it's good. They've always been doing this. They've always been double dipping. It doesn't make it right. And this poor woman has been fooled by going to these events and having these flashy events. And now Tiffany Hignard's a good person. She's giving away TVs. Forget about all of the money they spend on that stuff, right? Forget about all of the fake cancer charity, right? My God, they had a fake cancer charity. We're supposed to forget all that because she gave us TVs. This poor woman.
The food that she had prepared was better. And the Mother's Day program was fantastic. And what I liked is she had young people. We had an etiquette class. And they were trained on how to serve. I have some fantastic pictures of those young people.
you could order your meal. It wasn't buffet style, you didn't have to get in line, and the mothers there were thrilled. So I know the good side. I know the good side. I don't know that negative side. I'm sorry, I do not.
She don't know the truth. That's what she's probably saying. I only know what they tell me. I don't know the truth.
Because there's just too much, and I'm sorry that the other people walked out, because I don't know why they walked out. But I know one thing, this board needs to work together. There's some ugliness here. I don't want any ugliness. I want love. I don't know.
I've been struggling to keep in front of my mind what I've been taught all my life. And that is, love your neighbor as yourself and do unto others as we would have others do unto us. And there's very little of that I've seen here tonight. So I've had to struggle to keep myself under control. Because I was upset with some things, I learned some things, and it sounds like Tiffany Henyard is the scapegoat for a lot of things. And I want to ask her not to be broken by this.
So love Tiffany.
I especially am concerned about employees, because the senior center.
Up to the 3 minutes, up to the 3 minutes.
I invited 4 of my neighbors to come to this meeting. And,
Tiffany wants him to
one
speak.
came, but he couldn't stand a long time, so he ended up having to leave. But I'm a person who is a community person. So therefore, I want all of you to come to everything, not just the negative things. Everything. And
People are
see
so
what's
easily
going
fooled.
on. I mean,
People are so
really,
easily
because
fooled.
something's wrong here, and I'm not saying that.
Of course there's something wrong here.
Something is wrong.
There's an FBI investigation. The state has come out and said they're not giving order of financials. Yeah, there's something wrong going on here. Yeah, $40,000 at Amazon. She's like, I don't know, but they gave me a free TV. Duh. These are the people, and I feel bad for this woman. She's got a cane. She's totally fooled. She's told, I don't know any of the negative stuff, but I know I gave me a free TV. What are you talking about? It's a shame. Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. Hey, this poor woman. Poor woman. She's totally fooled.
Oh, here. Something is rotten in Denmark.
Okay, thank you so much.
There was your 5 minutes. It was your 5 minutes.
Thank you guys for coming out. Again, if you want to hear anything about Thornton Township, tomorrow we will be in the same location. I would like to see a motion to adjourn. The motion, second caller. Trustee Jones, Trustee Gonzalez, Trustee Gray Everett, Trustee Carlisle, Supervisor Henry. Motion passed. 8:55.
It's true. Well, they only see what they want to see. Again, so everybody knows, I do want to shout this brother out. Shout out to Reality Check TV. Reality Check, what's the name again? Let me see if I can. This is not coming up. Reality Check TV Chicago. He set up in there so we can listen to Thornton Township. Shout out to that brother. Thank you so much for giving us this wonderful enjoyment for this evening. So, Henyard is, it's still there. She don't want the credit card. She don't want none of that. She just wants to continue to do her thing. So, this was another wild meeting. How long do we think Henyard is going to survive? I don't know. I don't know. I think the FBI has to be close. They got to be close. So, let me see. Okay, thanks, Nate, and Reality Check. Yeah, thanks to Reality Check. He's out there doing the work. You gotta, if you guys don't mind, head over there and maybe give him a quick subscribe if you like his content. Check him out. This is he's doing the work. He's doing the work out there. I definitely appreciate it. Let me get the super chat. These people vote. They are the reason Illinois is blue. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't want to know any of the bad. I don't see any of the truth. I just want to know that they gave me a free TV. It's crazy. It's crazy. The remaining people. I think the people, when her supporters, I think, started coming up, people just walked out. They were like, yeah, this is ridiculous. They know what's going on. So Let's see how many women not being indicted. Oh, listen, she's gonna get indicted. Even Roland Martin. Roland Martin, who's Mr. Pro-Black. If you're black, you're right. He's saying she should get indicted. He's saying so. You know, it's kind of universally that I think everybody knows she's headed for an indictment. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, that's the Thornton Township meeting. I got a video about Tiffany Hinyard about the controller doing the interview tomorrow, and Roland Martin finally coming out and saying she's going to be indicted. So we got to go tomorrow. We got a lot of great videos also in the queue. Just got to continue to chop them up. So, but wow, we've been in for 3 hours. This has been a crazy meeting. So remember, first Monday of September, we got the Dalton meeting, which is going to be insanity. And then we got the next Thornton Township meeting, which is going to be insanity. So now we see in Thornton Township, bottom line is they put some controls on the man. She can't spend this money. She can't have all these events, and and the credit card that she uses has to be her own credit card. She can't have all these other credit cards. Thank you for everybody from around the world, from my God, Tasmania, Australia. You literally got people from all around the planet watching this craziness, and I'm all here for it. Listen, thank you for being here. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all the great YouTube stuff. Thank you, Christina, for also throwing in the links. Thank you so much. You know, you guys are so wonderful. And I'm going to see you hopefully next week. Hopefully later on this week when I have some of the trustees on. Thank you guys again for everything. My name is Nate, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.